Well, for the past 27 years, we have operated what we call harm reduction outreach, and that is our philosophy is simply to assist any positive change as a person defines it for him or herself. So instead of having chaotic, out of control addiction on the one hand and abstinence on the other, and saying these are the only two choices, we've said there's a huge productive middle ground, any positive change and any improvement. So we try to operationalize any positive change. You would define it for yourself, I would define it for myself, and then we as an organization would provide the most cost-effective and scientifically proven means to accomplish those things. But the choice is yours, both to what and intensity. So for almost 40 years I've been an addictions counselor, and the focus has been on struggling between those two poles, chaotic, out-of-control addiction and abstinence. And the idea was to migrate people who are chaotic and out of control in their drug use to people who are abstinent. That is the traditional model of addiction treatment. Unfortunately, it's inconsistent with human behavior, human condition, and there's a huge fertile field between the two that would be called improvements. In other words, using in a way that does, separating drinking and driving, for example, hugely successful public health intervention. It's not that we stopped drinking, it's not that we stopped driving, it's that we began to develop mechanisms for separating the two. You see them most on New Year's, things like this where, where there's a designated driver, or cabs or CTA, or the trains are offering free rides and so forth. We realize there's a danger to that, and so we separate the two. It's not that we're prohibiting one or the other. We could, but we don't, because we know it wouldn't work. And that's basically all harm reduction says, is public health is the most important thing. The health of your children, the health of my children, the health of the community, that has to be first. We have to put in the background moralism, condemnation, one's perception of how one should be. And so what we're talking about for the first time is affirming and even rejoicing in improvement, not perfection, improvement. And humans are really good at improvement. We are not so good at perfection.